All right, guys, we're currently out here with Damon in Yakima, Washington. We're actually currently right next to his spot. He was nice enough. I met him at the Greenway, and he was nice enough to show us his spot. It's right here next to the river in the Yakima River. How's it going, Damon?
What up?
How's your morning been?
All right, I guess.
You're not sure, huh?
I mean, it's another day.
Before the video, you said that you were going to be moving out. Where are you going to be heading to?
God knows, So we never know where we're heading to. We always aspire to know where we're heading to. And if we get there or not is a difference, you know what I'm saying? So I'm heading to something better, hopefully.
How long have you been out here? Before the video, you mentioned that you used to live at Camp Hope, but that you got banned. What happened that you got banned from Camp Hope?
False accusations.
False allegations?
Yeah.
How long have you been out here next to the river and the struggle? And you say you live by yourself out here, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How long have you been out here?
A minute. I don't know, a minute.
When was the last time that you actually socialized with somebody besides myself?
I don't socialize much.
What's that?
I don't socialize much.
You don't socialize a lot, huh? And why would that be, if you don't mind me asking?
Main characters in the world, let's just say that, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And, we're already on the bottom level. To have that on top of it, and these are people you rub elbows with and shit like this, it gets to be too much. You know what I'm saying?
And before the video, you actually told me that you're from LA, but that half your childhood you actually spent here in East Valley. And for people that don't know, that it's Terrace Heights, Moxie area. How was your childhood?
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
Where are your parents at currently?
Back in Cali.
California. Do they know the struggle that you're going through currently?
Yeah.
And what do they tell you?
I don't talk to them.
You don't talk to them?
I just,
Do you have any children?
I do.
How many? 2? How old are they?
One's in her 20s and she's already in the Navy.
Oh, she's in the Navy, huh? That's awesome.
Preteen.
Oh, okay. Do you ever get a chance to speak with them?
No, I don't talk to them. One's grown and the other one's, it's a whole nother situation.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What would you say led you down homelessness? What would you attribute it to? Would you attribute it to your childhood or no?
No. Just bad choices. Just, I don't know. Just bad choices overall, you know what I mean?
For sure. Do you do any drugs?
No, I don't. I mean, I smoke weed.
That's about it, huh? That's good, man, because, I do several videos and the fentanyl is like, it's horrible out there, man.
Oh, I know.
It's a bad epidemic, for sure.
Oh,
So that's
bad.
awesome that you don't do that, man. What's your message for the youth about homelessness?
Lost of people, you know what I mean? Just because you get to this point doesn't mean that, life's at the end. It's not, you know what I mean, at all. In fact, perhaps we don't think about that Jesus was homeless.
For sure.
Of all people, Jesus was homeless. So, like, what really is having a place necessarily in life? What is it actually that are we dressing it up as this big thing, and this is a you know what I'm saying, a big God, an entity or something, or I don't know, or is it what it is? You know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, this is the same way. And you know, it just life goes on. You just, you know what I mean, it can get so easy to, you know, notice your surroundings and then just be like, oh, you know, and that part, yeah.
Hey Damon, what dangers do you face being out here secluded from everybody by yourself? Do you ever have to defend yourself being out here in the wild, you know? I wouldn't say the wild, but out here in the nature, you know?
No. Animals tear up food, though.
They tear up your food?
Well, yeah, sometimes.
What kind of animals have you found out here or seen out here?
Possums, motherfucking skunks, snakes, deer, of course.
Deer. What do you do to make sure that no snakes get in your tent and stuff like that?
They don't. I don't know. I've never had a snake in my tent.
You never had that problem?
No,
that's good.
At all.
So like, do you ever run into other people out here that stay out here as well?
Oh, let me take that back. Maybe I had a snake in the grass. You know, some chick or something didn't know she was a snake in the grass. You know what I mean? No,
yeah.
No, I'm kidding. In my tent. No, I'm kidding. But when I don't know. I know how they do it, but when I do it, I get to my spot and I'm there. I don't need to make noise and all this extra ruckus, and I'm happy with that. I do my thing. And
how long have you currently been right here in this spot right here?
I kind of didn't. Actually, wasn't even here most of the time. Just mainly with storage because I was off other places trying to get inside and, you know, I mean, life goes on, like I said. So
yeah,
you know, probably when you get to this point, you have to, you know, reestablishing yourself in society, you know what I mean, somehow, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Somehow, you know what I mean, when you get to this point, it's not like other necessities are available to you where it was easier to get a job, you know, that way, you know, so now it's really like somehow, like, you know, you gotta come on some financial something or so, and so that's what it is. I'm here and there. I'm trying to, you know, establish something, and haven't been here much for that. It's been storage because I moved from another place, and that's that. Yeah. So.
Can you describe your day-to-day? How's your day-to-day being out here?
Mostly cool. Some fucked up.
How do you stay warm inside the tent?
If you would have came moments ago, more, you know, time before this time, like maybe some weeks before this time, I had 2 of these bikes.
Oh, okay.
You see how the forks are different?
Yeah, I did notice that.
And so, like, you know, I had 2 of these that were like that. And so the other one was 27 inches. This was a 24. And then I had the trailer as well. But now, and I knew I had to move and stuff, and I was preparing for that. And my trailer and my bike got stolen. And so, you know, some days it's cool, some days it's not. You know what I mean? You know, that day happened to be a day somebody decided they wanted to. My possessions is their monetary gain, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so.
And when you say that your stuff got stolen, did it get stolen right here? Somewhere else?
Yeah. Which is another trip in and of itself. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, yeah.
How do you stay warm out here?
I got blankets. I had a fireplace in here as well.
Do you have one inside the tent?
No, I had one in there.
Oh, you had one in there?
Yeah, I just dismantled it. So I mean, like I'm leaving, I'm moving, so I dismantled it.
And when you say you're moving, did somebody tell you have to move, or are you just choosing to move?
No, I'm choosing. I mean, I'm trying to reestablish myself in the community again. Like I said, you know what I mean. So
that's good, man. With that, I'm gonna give you my phone number. That way, hopefully, you can get a hold of me because we want to see the progression. You know, we want to see you guys continue to improve. That's important to us. So if you could please get a hold of me, that'd be awesome, you know?
All right.
Hey, bro, so I see that you got ACUs on. Were you in the military?
No.
You weren't in the military? But your daughter was in the Navy.
No,
or is in the Navy. Sorry about that. Is in the Navy. Would you mind showing us the way your tent is inside, the way you live day to day? Would that be okay?
I guess. It's a little messy, but all right. It's not like how I actually live. Because
you're moving.
Dismantled, yeah, like.
Yeah. When did you start dismantling today?
Oh hell no! Man, that's a lot of days of work. Like.
And then you mentioned before the video that you actually built like a teepee out of wood and stuff like that, and you have a tent inside of there. So it's a tent, but on top of that is a teepee, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where'd you learn how to make a teepee like that? Did you just on your own?
No. A buddy of mine, like some years ago, I was living in this section with some other people, and a buddy of mine decided to move back somewhere else, and he left the poles of the teepee, his teepee, up, and he was skilled about it. And so when I found it though, I was like. It just took some thinking, some ingenuity. I knew before he left that he was having chimney problems or like trying to, the smoke ventilating problems.
Yeah.
And so I just put it together how I seen fit and warm as I could, I think, and to the same, understandings that he had, with the TP, I had the same ideas, and so and try to improve on that, and put a second fireplace in there, and that thing was cool. That winter was fucking awesome. I had carpet in there. I had 2 fireplaces, and then on top of that, I had at some point I had blew out a wall and I made like a square room to it on top of the teepee style like this. It was a square room off the back, and it had a one-man tent in it, a REI tent in there that had a fold-out, those fold-out beds with the squishy mattress and the springs and shit. I had one of those in there, and it fit perfectly in the one-man tent and shit. You know what I mean? Like perfectly. And so, that was like kind of like the living room quarters. I mean my dining room quarters. And you know what I'm saying? And then they made the teepee part like a living room and shit. You know what I'm saying? And so like it was about this size, but
have this one made like that.
No, this one's just the teepee like. But that one was like
even bigger, huh?
Yeah, it was bigger. It was like it was about as round as this, but then it had a square part that came out to like right here, like this. You know what I'm saying? And then inside, it was all tarped up and everything on the outside. You know what I'm saying? All I did was just took out a wall. Where the tarp and stuff was at right there. I just took that part out and then framed out from it, you know what I'm saying, and then wrapped it back up with the tarps, and then bam, it just had that setting, like a square box on the round teepee, kind of thing. Yeah, and it was.
Damon, how do you do it to make sure that if you do a fire in there, that one, you don't get burnt, and 2, that you don't you don't breathe in the smoke?
I mean, as you can see, there's a hole right there, like
that's
like
what the purpose is.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's
because see, somebody that doesn't know that, we just don't know, So that's what the hole's for, is to get the smoke out and stuff like that.
I guess, I mean, nah, I mean, I ain't no expert, you know what I'm saying, but I would say yeah, and on top of that, there's kind of holes under the bottom too.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's not still tight. I mean, this is not like
right, like a house.
Yeah, right. It's not
Yeah.
like a house where we got
Yeah, the smoke has ways to get out. Huh?
You
I'm
know.
just concerned about your health. You know, like with smoke or like a possible
no.
fire. What if it catches fire? You know, that's the only thing I'm thinking. Could you show us inside for sure?
I guess.
So as you can see, this is the entranceway right here, right? And this is like where you do the fires, right? Like right here in this area.
Well, as you can see, like right here is that's back there. That's all my tent. And
That's where you
right
sleep
here,
in the back over there.
right, and right here is like just kind of open area right there. You know what I mean? Like it's still the ground right there. So I had a barbecue right there in the ground right there, and where my boot is at right there.
Yeah.
It was in the ground right there, and I had all this extra room because all this stuff was not like this. You know what I'm saying? It was
right, because you're moving.
another
so it's
right,
different now.
and so from right in my sleeping area, I could have a fire right there. But if you think about it, the teepee is what contains it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Like a blanket around my tent, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there you go. You know what I'm saying? The smoke comes out the top like any other teepee and all that kind of shit. And
Okay.
bada bing, bada bang. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool. Well, I appreciate you showing us your spot, and not only showing me your spot, but bringing me out here from the Greenway. Would you be okay with doing a follow-up, like I said, if I give you my phone number?
Probably. I don't. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
Thank you, Damon. I appreciate it, man. Would you be okay? Do you have a message for your children if they see this video?
No, I don't.
You don't?
No.
Okay.
I don't. No.
And lastly, Damon, would you be okay?
Hopefully they don't see this video. I don't want them to see me like this. That's why I don't talk to my folks. That's why I don't.
You don't want them to see.
Well, I mean, I have a moral ethic too. You know what I'm saying? And who wouldn't ever let their family down willingly? Let's say. You know what I'm saying? Who
Right.
wants to? So
No, we all go through different things. We
right?
all, you know what I mean?
Right, but it's that's one thing. But literally, who wants to let their family down? So like, I know we go through things, but there's certain things you just don't put out there like prideful about, or you know what I'm saying? Because because it's not permitted, right? For whatever situation. Anyways, it's kind of like never let them see you down. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
I don't want to put it in my folks' face, like,
Sure.
you know what I'm saying?
With that, Damon.
Even if they know, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put it in their face. That's another thing, you know.
For sure. With that, Damon, are you okay with me posting it on my YouTube channel?
Oh yeah, but
You're okay with it?
But you know what I'm saying?
I want to make sure that you're okay with it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate everything you did today. It was awesome, man. Like I said, I usually do videos inside the city, and I've noticed that people out here kind of like a little bit more don't allow me to talk to them. But you were very nice from the very beginning, man. You're gracious and everything. Thank you so much.
All right.
Thank you, bro.